The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Drive Time Sports Talk here. I'm Guy Newcomb. I'll be your host here for as long as we can go. Here, certainly glad that you've tuned in, and as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol remind us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Also presented by Bambino's Italian Cafe on East Battlefield there at Lone Pine. Bambino's every Monday, including this Monday, today, hosts the Springfield Area Quarterback Club presented by the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame, Central Bank of the Ozarks, Arrowhead Sports, and Playing on Sports. Had 10 coaches there today. We've missed last week due to the weather, and anytime the Springfield Public Schools are out, there is no Springfield Area Quarterback Club. So it'll be 2 weeks from today before we meet again at Bambino's Italian Cafe. 2 weeks from today, with next Monday being Martin Luther King Day, and obviously most schools will be out of session. Today's January the 13th. It's the 13th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 352 days remain until the end of the year. And 353 if it is a leap year. Well, we can finally say it's now game week for the Kansas City Chiefs as they got the bye. Got to see a lot of what folks did, with their time off, and they've earned it. I mean, you go 15-1 in the regular season, despite all the critics all year long saying Patrick Mahomes is not right. You don't have a left tackle. You can't block anybody from that side. He's running for his life. You lose, RB1 early. You lose wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 early in the year. Then you lose Jalen there in the defensive backfield, and he's coming back. So you got to like where the Chiefs sit right now to get this time off. And this is what you do throughout the entire season. You play your best football so you can rest. And the Chiefs had basically 2 weeks, 2 bye weeks here at the end of the season because they did it when it counted. And now they probably have coming in, because everything goes through you. You get to rest. So now you've got probably maybe the worst team left remaining in the playoffs. I mean, you might be able to say the Washington Commanders in the NFC side. They're pretty comparable to Houston Texans. It's a Texans team you just played in Week 16, and you won 27-19. And then you wonder what is Andy Reid going to do up front? Is Tooney going to be your left tackle? Where are they going to go there? Tooney was the left tackle that last time they played him, and the defensive front for Houston is very good. And you look at what they did, in their game against the Chargers. You get C.J. Stroud's got a second playoff win. That's 2 more playoff wins than Justin Herbert has. Justin Herbert's been in the league 5 years, and every year they say, Chargers. They pick the Chargers to win the dadgum division. He has not gotten a playoff win, and he looked terrible over the weekend. But the Chiefs got Houston coming in at Saturday at 3:30, and that's, you look back at last year, not getting the 1 seed. Of course, you had Miami at home in the minus 10-degree weather, whatever that was. That obviously was in your favor, playing a team from Miami, Florida, in 10-degree below zero weather. But then you've got to go to Buffalo and go to Baltimore. Those teams are going to play each other right now. And there's probably just maybe 4 teams in the NFL that could win the Super Bowl, and 3 of them are in the AFC. The other one being obviously is Detroit. But big game tonight between Minnesota as they play the Rams in a Rams home game, but due to obviously all the fires and the tragedies going on in LA right now. That game has been moved to Arizona. That game is on tonight. That'll determine the rest of the field. But you look at what the Chiefs did over the bye week. I was looking yesterday on Instagram. Number one, Patrick and Brittany had a baby yesterday. Golden Ray Mahomes. She was born yesterday. Don't know what Kelsey was doing with his superstar girlfriend. But I saw two of the offensive linemen went to church together and ended up pushing a lady out of a ditch that had gotten stuck. Kind of worry about that, but that's what you get to do when it is your bye week. Hey, thanks everybody tuning in here. I see we got 72 people right now watching online. You can give us a call at 417 327 6914, 327 6914. Hey, shoot us a message, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Shoot us a message. Tell us where you're listening from and what you'd like to hear me talk about. But obviously, top stories, the Chiefs in Southwest Missouri and really nationwide. Another top story is the Tournament of Champions. We'll talk more about that as we go along. As I mentioned, had the tip-off club today. Coach Osborne from Springfield Catholic was there, as was coaches from Kickapoo, Springfield Central, Parkview, Glendale, Nixa, and Ozark, all there, as well as college coaches from Mission University, Evangel University, and Drury University. So very good attendance today for the Springfield Area Tip-Off Club. Invite you to come out. Doors open at 11 on Mondays. Not this Monday, but next Monday, and we'll be sending out some reminders about that as well. But great to hear from the coaches. A lot of camaraderie, lots of jokes. Coach Rowe got up and told kind of a couple little funny stories there at the end as well. But join us Monday the 27th. Doors open at 11. Food is served at 11:30. Coaches begin speaking at noon. We got out of there about 12:35 today. But come, just as long as you get there by before noon, you'll still have food and just a great time and great food there at Bambino's Italian Cafe. Get into a little Great Southern Bank on this date in history. Events of January the 13th. In 1908, Stanley Cup, Montreal Arena, Westmount, Quebec. Montreal Wanderers rout the Ottawa Victorious 13-1 for a 2-0 sweep of Challenge Series. In 1911, South Africa cricket team's first win over Australia at Adelaide. And in 1953, the third NBA All-Star game, Allen Cali Coliseum, Fort Wayne, Indiana, as the West defeats the East 79-75. And your most valuable player was George Mikan of the Minneapolis Lakers. In 1957, on this date, the 7th NFL Pro Bowl, L.A. Memorial Coliseum, Western Conference beats the Eastern Conference 19-10. MVPs are Bert Richardson, Baltimore Colts kicker, Ernie Stautner, Pittsburgh Steelers defensive lineman. And in 1962, on this date, Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain scores 73 points in the Warriors' 135-117 win over the Chicago Packers. At the time, it was the most points scored in an NBA regulation game and remains tied for the third highest in NBA history. In 1963, on January the 13th NFL Pro Bowl, L.A. Memorial Coliseum, Eastern Conference beats the Western Conference 30-20. MVPs, Jim Brown from the Cleveland Browns, Eugene Lipscomb of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And on this date, 1963, the second AFL All-Star game at Balboa Stadium in San Diego, California. The Western Division defeats the Eastern Division 21-14. MVPs are Curtis McClinton, Dallas Texans running back, and Earl Faison, LA Chargers defensive end. On this date, the 15th NBA All-Star Game in 1965 in the St. Louis Arena, St. Louis, Missouri. East beats the West 124-123. The most valuable player is Jerry Lucas of the Cincinnati Royals. And in 1968, Minnesota North Stars NHL player Bill Masterson suffers a head injury during a game and dies 2 days later, becoming the first player to die as a result of a hockey game. On this date, 1982, Hank Aaron and Frank Robinson are elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. And on this date, in 1985, John McEnroe repeats previous year's result with a 7-5, 6-0, 6-4 win over Ivan Lendl to claim back-to-back season-ending ATP Masters Grand Prix tennis titles at the Madison Square Garden in New York City. And on this date in 1985, playing his 436th career game, Edmonton center Wayne Gretzky scores his 400th career NHL goal and adds 2 assists in a 5-4 Oilers win over the Sabres in Buffalo. And on this date in 1988, Los Angeles Dodgers San Diego Padres Steve Garvey announces his retirement. And in 1999, basketball superstar Michael Jordan announces his second retirement just prior to the start of the lockout-shortened 1998-99 NBA season, and he would return in 2001 with Washington. On this date in 2002, in a controversial move, Marty Schottenheimer is fired as the head coach of the Washington Redskins after just 1 season. You're listening to Drive Time Sports here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad that you've tuned in. Wherever you may be tuning in from, hey, drop me a message. And I encourage you, hey, go to our YouTube page, Missouri Sports Network, and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page at Missouri Sports Network and give us a like, and then you'll know exactly everything that's going on. And hey, drop me a line here in our chat box at any one of those locations, as well as on Twitter. Brought to you by Doak Propane. Doak Propane for all your propane needs in Polk County and surrounding counties. See the folks at Doak. I hope everybody's keeping warm out there. Be back after this.
Hi. I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days.
Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck.
And a high-tech Chevy SUV.
Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together, we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Hey, welcome back to Drive Time Sports here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. On this date in Missouri history, high school, professional, collegiate, James Emerson Four, F-O-O-R. He was born January 13th, 1949. He's a former professional baseball player. Was left-handed. He appeared in 13 Major League games, but only threw 6 innings, all as a relief pitcher for the Detroit Tigers and the Pittsburgh Pirates between 1971 and 1973. Four went to McClure High School in Florissant, Missouri, but before being drafted in the first round, 15th overall by the Tigers in 1967. He made his debut with the Tigers on April 9th, 1971. He pitched 3 games for them total that year, giving up 2 earned runs, walking 4, and striking out 2. In 1972, Four once again struggled with control, walking 6 in just 3 2/3 innings. He ended that season with a 14.73 ERA. He He was traded with Norm McRae from the Tigers to the Pirates for Dick Sharon at the winter meetings on November 27th of 72. In 73, he pitched in 3 games for the Pirates, walking 1 and striking out 1, giving up no earned runs. After the season on March 28th of 1974, Fuhr was once again traded by the Pittsburgh Pirates to the Kansas City Royals for Wayne Simpson. He would never play again in the major leagues and finished his career with a 1-0 record and a 12.00 earned run average with 5 strikeouts. Also in the state of Missouri, born on this date, January 13th, 1889, was Cactus Keck. He was a pitcher in Major League Baseball. He pitched for the Cincinnati Reds. Keck attended Kirkwood High School in Kirkwood, Missouri, where he threw a no-hitter against Maplewood High School. The St. Louis Browns secured exclusive rights to negotiate a contract with Keck upon his graduation from high school. He ended his professional career in 1930 to become a firefighter in Kirkwood. He retired as the assistant fire chief in 1967. Keck passed away on February the 6th, 1981, at the age of 82 there in St. Louis, Missouri. On the high school scoreboard from over the weekend, we'll go back to Saturday. On the boys' side, it was Park Hill South over Blue Valley Southwest, 57-55. Bolivar defeats Sparta 40-27 at Southwest Baptist University shootout. It was Lee Summit West falling to Blue Valley West, 55-41 in the 8-10 shootout. In the Comiskey Classic in Joplin, Carl Junction defeats Webb City 59-50. Up in Salisbury Invitational, Carrollton defeats Meadville 47-37. It was John Burroughs over Collinsville, Illinois 58-37. Sturgeon defeats Fayette 44-34 in the 96th annual New Franklin tournament in New Franklin, Missouri. At Southwest Baptist, Forsyth took on Clinton, and Forsyth is really good. They get a 75-38 win over Clinton. Clinton came into that game 5-4. Forsyth was 7-4. Francis Howe at the Comiskey Classic, they defeat William Christman 62-22. Glasgow over South Shelby 63-42. Was Hollister over Willow Springs 65-62. Hillcrest, they defeat Joplin 52-48. Hillcrest 9-3 now on the season. That also in the Comiskey Classic. Kickapoo over Parkview 55-42 on Saturday. Was Life Prep out of Wichita, Kansas over Poplar Bluff 53-45. Lincoln defeats Tipton 59-55. Normandy Collaborative over McClure 65-41. Miller over Gloria Deo Academy 82-32 in the Miller Invitational Tournament. Nixa, they get a win over Republic 53-47. That's Republic's first loss on the season. So Republic 12-1, Nixa 11-1. Both those teams in the same district, along with Kickapoo. And Parkview, I believe. Normandy Collaborative over McClure 65-41. Salisbury defeats Northeast Cairo 55-51. Principia over O'Fallon, Illinois 62-33. Marceline defeats Paris 41-40. It was Rolla over Branson 81-69. Branson, good team. They're 5-6 on the season. But Rolla now is 10-2 and likely receiving votes. It was Pierce City over Thomas Jefferson. I'm so sorry. Pierce City over Thomas Jefferson, 57-42. Stockton defeats Skyline. Stockton now 9-2 on the season, 55-48. New Franklin over Weststrand in that tournament in New Franklin, 47-38. Well, the boys' rankings for high school boys basketball, state rankings put out by the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association, have been released today. I haven't seen the girls out yet. In Class 1, Chadwick is number 1. Green City and Brunswick are tied for second. 4th is Risco. 5 is Bunker. Wheatland is in 6. Sacred Heart 7. Richland 8. Atlanta 9. And Kingsville and St. Elizabeth are both tied at 10. Kingsville, saw them up here at the Southwest Baptist Shootout as they defeat halfway 59-55. And we're getting some calls here calling in, and I hesitate to answer. But if you're calling in the show, you might text me first and let me know that you're going to call in, because I do get a lot of spam calls on this number here. So my apologies. At Class 2 boys state rankings, Norwood 1. Number 2 is Eugene. 3 is Puxico. 4, Harrisburg. 5 is South Iron. And I apologize. 6 is Hartville. 7 is Maysville. 8 is Princeton. South Pemiscot is 9. Van Far is 10. Class 3, Principia is 1. Montgomery County 2. Thayer is 3. Greenwood 4. East Buchanan 5. Bishop LeBlond is 6. Monroe City 7. Scott City 8. Palmyra 9. And Lafayette County is number 10. In Class 4 boys, Vashon is 1. Logan Rogersville is 2. Logan Rogersville unable to attend the tip-off club today because they got on a bus right before lunch to head to St. Louis to play tonight. Benton is number 3. Number 4 is Father Tolton. Clayton number 5. 6, Kansas City Central. 7, Stratford. 8, Potosi. 9, Bolivar. And 10, University City. In Class 5 boys, 1 is Sykeston. 2 is Vianney. 3 is Ladue. Tied for 4 is a 3-way tie between John Burroughs, Rolla, and Webster Groves. 7 is Raytown. 8 is Parkview. 9 is Farmington, and 10 is Westminster. So I spoke out of turn. Parkview's not in that Class 6 district with Nixa and Republic and Kickapoo. Class 6 boys, Oak Park is number 1, Chaminade number 2, DeSmet number 3, Kickapoo 4, Rockhurst 5, Battle 6, Republic 7, Nixa 8, which is a little bit odd to me because Nixa just beat Republic. Sometimes you wonder about this Missouri Basketball Coaches Association. Cardinal Ritter is number 9 and Lee Summit is number 10. And again, I have not seen any of the girls' rankings in release. We will look here. And again, as I mentioned, the game tonight is, well, Minnesota and the LA Rams tonight. That game is actually not in LA because of the fires there. But you look at that, you look at the years that these two quarterbacks are having. I mean, Sam Darnold now has thrown 12 interceptions, but he's got 4,319 yards passing, 35 touchdowns. He's averaging 254 yards per game. Matthew Stafford is 3,762 yards passing. Aaron Jones Sr. is the leading receiver for Minnesota, 1,138. And then leading rusher at 1,138. And then Justin Jefferson with 103 receptions at 1,533 yards. Puka Nacua has 990 yards receiving, while Kyron Williams, running back for Los Angeles, 1,299 yards running. Team comparison. Points per game, scored per game is, Minnesota's at 25 and a half, and probably easily played in a better division than what the Rams did. And the Rams are 21.6 total yards per game. Minnesota's 12th in the league at 346. The Rams are 15th at 331 total yards allowed per game. Minnesota is 16th at 335, while the Rams are 26th in the league. Wow. So big game there tonight. Betting line right now is over-under is 47.5. On the money line, the Rams are plus 120, Vikings minus 145. Point spread, the Vikings by 2.5. So, anyway, looking forward to that game tonight. Let us know where you will be tonight. And do the Chiefs win? But anyway, Mizzou, they get their second consecutive SEC win as they defeat Vanderbilt 75-66 at Mizzou Arena, Columbia, after defeating LSU a week ago tomorrow. Tomorrow, they do have to travel to Gainesville, maybe on their way there now to take on Florida. And then they have the Arkansas game on Saturday at Mizzou Arena. Well, we're certainly glad you tuned in. We had 144 viewers. We're getting better, going longer and longer. Want to know what your thoughts are? Send us a chat. You've been listening to Drive Time Sports Talk here on the Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by RBW Farm and Agricultural Sales in Bolivar, Missouri and Moberly, Missouri, and online at rbwag.com. Also presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings, established in 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. As I mentioned, RBW, hey, they're the home of the Rancher, Hydraulic, Cattle Baron, Heritage, and Legacy cattle chutes. RBW Agriculture carries curated lines of new livestock handling equipment, front-end loader attachments, and is the number one dealer for Ironcraft Flex wing rotary cutters in the entire country. Hey, they care about the safety of not only their customers, but their livestock. They care about bringing efficient equipment to the market, making high-quality equipment affordable for more farmers and ranchers, and the integrity of every word that comes out of their mouth, as well as their conduct. Hey, find them in Bolivar and Moberly at rbw.ag. All right, you've been listening to Drive Time Sports Talk here on the Missouri Sports Network with Guy Newcomb, and we will talk to you soon. Hey, good night, everybody. God bless.